everyone. Today we are very fortunate and lucky to have my good friend Stef Lau here. All right, Stef, can you share with our audience a little bit more about yourself?
Yes. First of all, thank you so much, John, for having me in this interview. So my name is Stef. I'm actually from Hong Kong. Quick introduction about myself is, nowadays people find it very difficult to find their dream clients online. It's very challenging for them to, nurture the clients from cold to warm to hot and book a call and eventually selling them in a very non-salesy approach. So what I help my clients with, coaches, consultants, and experts, is that I help them to build a profitable Facebook group by growing it, nurturing it, and monetizing from it.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. So share with us a little bit more about your journey on becoming a coach. How did you stumble into your calling?
Yeah, so wow, that is a great question because I've actually experienced a lot in the past few years about like why I'm doing what I'm doing. I still remember some time ago, when I was about like 26 years old, I was working in a co-working space, right? So I meet a lot of startups, I meet a lot of business owners. And then one day we're actually expanding our own team to run the co-working space. So I was hiring a lady. And then that lady was 33 years old, right? Then when I look at her CV, right, she was keep changing her profession, keep changing industry. I mean, supposedly I wouldn't want to meet her, right? Because she's actually not the right candidate. But I don't know why. There's a calling that I want to meet her. Then I invited her to have an interview with me. And then I was asking her, oh, why are you doing all these? And then I feel very miserable for her, right? I don't know why. I just feel like you're already 33 and you're still struggling which industry you want to stand in, and you keep changing, and she keeps asking for a basic salary, right? Because she thinks she's not competent in industries. So that moment, suddenly I was thinking, wow, what will that 33-year-old Stef tell the self that is, I'm 26, right? What would that 33-year-old tell the 26-year-old Stef? I don't have the answer. But this question is in my mind, right? And at the same month, oh my God, I went back to my secondary school to be a big sister, right? So I was kind of mentoring the little sister to choose what degree they want to go in university. And I still remember the principal played a YouTube video online. There was a guy, I don't know who he is. He just tell us, right, in the video, as a parent, you should not ask your kids what you want to do when you grow up. Because, maybe you say lawyer, doctor, dentist, but when you grow up, maybe these occupations, it's already disappearing because with the quick technology coming, right?
Yeah.
So he said that he asked a really good question. How do you want to contribute yourself when you grow up? I think, wow, this is a really, really powerful question, right? So these two questions were inside my mind. So when I go back, continue to work inside the co-working space, I was like, wow, I think I can actually do a lot more, not just, running a co-working space, doing some sort of marketing, doing some facilitation, customer retention, stuff like that. I think I can do more. And also, I know that like since young, I want to become an entrepreneur. And I know that if I'm working for somebody, I am just building their dreams, right? I'm helping him to build his dream, but not mine. So it's like, is there any way that I can build my dream and at the same time I can build other people's dream?
Wow, I love it.
Yes, it is a win-win situation, right? Then I come up, how about I run a coaching business myself and I help others to grow and scale their own coaching business and using their own voice, sharing their own journey, their own experience, their own process to help others. So not only I'm building my empire, I'm also building their empire. And not only that, it creates a ripple effect because I help them get more clients and invite their clients to step up. I'm also helping their clients, right? So it is a ripple effect. And this is why I love what I'm doing.
Wow, I love it. Like you are so mission driven, so purpose driven. Putting your customers first, thinking about others, you'll definitely succeed. So I'm just curious, like what are some of your superpowers and who do you serve specifically?
Yeah, so my superpower is I help people to build communities, and from there we are nurturing people and we invite people to step up as a leader, to invest into themselves, to grow their own business. So people that I serve are coaches, consultants, and experts. Basically, if you have some expertise inside and you have go through your own transformation and you want to use that knowledge, that advice, that expertise to share with the world so you can help more people. I love to serve these people.
Wow, I love it. So you're well known as somebody in the industry that, you know, very well in monetizing your Facebook group, right? So can you just share with our audience some strategies that is working well for you and for your students?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, right, I love helping people to build their communities and specifically Facebook groups, right? So how this whole process works is actually a triangle, right? The key is to help people to get clients, right? And I see what are the three biggest problems or challenges that a lot of coaches, consultants, experts are facing is number one, they don't have enough qualified leads, right? They don't have new leads coming in.
Definitely.
Second challenge is now I have the leads, right? But how do I nurture people? Because there's actually no system in place to nurture people from, hey, someone just newly joined your group or just newly know who you are. How can you nurture them step by step? And how you get them interested in what you do, how you can show that you are the expert, you are the authority, you're credible. And eventually inviting them to the last step, right? Which is to book a call and how you can actually close them, right? Because I see a lot of coaches, they feel very awkward when it comes to selling. But you know, selling is not about yourself. It's about them, right? You're inviting them to step up as a leader, right? So these are the three big problems that people are facing. And how I actually help them with is number one, you're going to be really good in ultra positioning, right? How are you positioning yourself that you know exactly who you're targeting? What is your message? What are their pain points? How can you bring them from where they are to where they want to be? Do you have your own signature program, the signature system that whoever joins your program, they go through the whole process, they will get results, right? So this is very important. And to identify where you can locate all these amazing leads, right? And there's organic ways, there's also paid ways. Then the second part is about nurturing, right? So how can we nurture? We need mainly two things. We want to create daily content where these content, it's talking about not about how amazing I am, because you want to build the credibility and authority, right? This is important.
Definitely.
You also want to share content that add values to them, right? As well as to showcase your testimonials, right? So you need content about myself, about you, about them. And how we use these content, these public content, and convert them into a private conversation, right? Because you know, John, right? Nobody will publicly tell you, hey, I want to sign up for a program. It won't happen like that. All the conversion happen in one-on-one setting, right?
Private. Definitely, especially high ticket setting.
Yes. So how can we actually convert people from a public content setting to a private conversation, right? And lastly, of course, we want more people to book on calls, right? Because how many sales depending on how many calls you have. And during the strategy call, how can you ask really self-persuasive questions that they decided, hey, I want to be part of your program, instead of, hey, I'm forcing you, I'm pushing you, I'm assuming that you need to make a sale. So this is what I help my clients with.
Wow, amazing. So I love the organic strategy that you shared. It's definitely focusing a lot on the fundamentals. I think a lot of people in our industry, they just want quick buck, right? But they don't really focus on the fundamentals, on customer review, on customer pain point. I love all these that you just shared. So I'm just curious, like you have really worked with some of the top coaches in Asia. So what are some of the common mistakes that you see people make in our industry?
I think a couple main mistakes I would say is, number one, they are not very confident and not very certain about what is the entire process looks like. A lot of people, they just wing it, right? Like to the first customer, you do this process, the second customer, you do something else. But
it's no system.
Yes, we need systems, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have the system, basically you can bring everybody from point A to point B. So I think a lot of coaches are missing a signature system for their own program.
Yeah.
Right. And the second thing is that they are not putting the right content out there. Why? If you want to have more sales, very important it's how you're doing marketing, right? If you do your marketing right, it's so easy for the back end to do all the sales.
Yeah.
So in terms of the marketing, what content are you posting? Not only, everybody say, hey, you need to post something valuable, but what does it really mean by valuable to them? And also putting the right content will attract the right people coming in, right? If you talk about A, yeah, it will attract people who are interested in A to come to you. But if you're talking about B, you attract people who want B to come to you. So you really want to identify what are their problems that your target audience are facing. And then you tackle them, right? This is one of the content you want to post. And also, why people want to come find you is because they see that they can resonate with you. They feel like they like you as a person. They see you as the expert, right? So are you actually demonstrating these qualities or these core values to people? Because I mean, for sure, what you're doing, I'm sure there are other people who are doing pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you can just go on, free resources. You can find video trainings on that. But why people decided they want to pay you and decide to work with you? Because they see some elements from you that they really admire and they want to get access to you personally. Yeah. So when it comes to the content, you want to share these sides of you, right? And the last common mistake that I see a lot of people are facing is that when it comes to selling, wow, I see a lot of people are really hardworking. They're really, pushing the sales, right? But as a prospect, we don't want to be sold, right? We love buying things, but we don't want to be told that I need your program. So I would say the least persuasive way to get someone on board is to keep pushing, right? And keep telling all the benefits. You should sign up, right? These are all the benefits you're gonna get. This is the result, right? Instead of me chasing or hunting or being very proactive, right? I was just like lay back, and you want to actually ask questions, powerful questions that you enroll them. They are actually telling you why they want to join the program. And this is something I see a lot of coaches are not doing that.
Wow, wonderful. You really add a lot of value into this conversation. But I'm just curious, I have another question which is about the follow-up process. So what happens, let's say if they jump into a call with you and you ask questions, they say they want to think about it. So how do you handle such objections?
Right. So if people are saying, like, I want to think about it, right? For sure, it means they still have some objections or concerns inside, right? So you definitely want to get clear on, is it they're not clear about your process or the offer, or do they actually have other concerns? I mean, example, I have faced some of these issues, right? Let's say, I need to, I'm gonna reach out to a couple other coaches to see what they're offering, stuff like that, so they can compare, right? I mean, example, let's say this case, right? We want to know exactly what they're looking for, because you know what is your strength and you also know what is your weakness. But how can you turn your weakness into a strength? Example, let's say my company, it's boutique, but we are very hungry, right? And we're hungry to get results for our clients. And compared to a massive company, yes, they have a lot of testimonials, but let's say they have 1,000 customers and you're just one of them. So they only give 0.1% of attention to you, versus if you join mine, example, I got 20 clients, then you are 5% of my attention, right? So you will throw back to them, right? You want to clarify. Oh, so what exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for a company that really cares about you, gonna give the full attention to you, or you're looking for big companies who already have a lot of testimonials, but perhaps they couldn't, afford a lot of attention? I mean, both are great, but you're helping them to make a decision. I'm not pushing, oh, my program is the best, because the more you sell yourself, the more people will feel, I want to
Taken aback.
yes, back up. Yeah, they want to back out, right? It's like a magnet, right? The more I sell, the more people step back, but the more I be neutral and inviting and open, people want to come to you.
Wow, I love it. I love how you do sales.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So last question,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to a coach that is starting out in our industry?
Okay, I think if you're really, really starting out, right? Really starting out, probably, I don't know, maybe you don't even have an idea or a topic or an expertise. But you know what? I believe we all have an expertise to share and monetize, right? This is my motto. So how can you actually think of the expertise? Very simple. Maybe let's say I am pretty good at cooking, right? So for me, cooking is so easy. Cooking is so easy. So if someone tells me, hey Steph, you should teach people, let's say how to be a great chef, right? Maybe I would say, I don't think so, right? I don't think other people need it because it's so easy, right? Because to me, it's so easy. To me, it's like common sense. But maybe to a lot of others, it is not. So how can you actually have a process in place to figure out what you're good at? Very simple. You go back and think about what are the most common questions that your friend or family around you always ask advice from you.
Wow.
Maybe people always ask me about, how to make this dish, how to make that dish. Then it means they see me as an expert in cooking.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe for me, I think, really so easy, right? But to them, I am definitely an expert.
Yeah.
So that will be a great, thought process to help you think of what will be your great expertise, right? Then once you have the expertise, now we want to test the market, right? To see if our offer is actually, validated, if people are actually wanting to buy from us. Then we can actually, do a beta launch, meaning we don't actually create the program. We just write down the table of content, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to teach you this. And then you throw it into the market and see if people are actually wanting to buy. And a better way you can do it in between, have the idea and then you set it, is you can do more market research, right? Market research, you can do it like, do a survey. You can, hop on a call with people like 15 minutes and really just understand what are some of the pain points, right? Oh, I find it very difficult, find it very difficult to get good ingredients. I find it very challenging when it comes to, cooking certain dishes. I find it very hard to come up with recipes that is healthy, right? Let's say I'm doing keto diet, right? But I don't know what are different recipes, or I don't know how to cook it, or it takes so much time. Then when you collect all these pain points, then you think about, okay, how can I solve this, right? Because as a great salesperson or a great entrepreneur, your goal is to solve their problems, right? The whole business is about serving others, not serving yourself, right? And again, right, I want to add on this is a lot of mistakes that I see people doing. It's, hey, I want to teach this. I want to teach ABC. But hey, the business is you are not the customer, right? You are the seller. So do you think you should listen to yourself or you should listen to your customers? Of course, you want to listen to your customers because they are the ones who's paying, right? So instead of me thinking, I want to teach ABC, I should ask them, what do they want? Maybe they want CDE. Okay, cool. Then I'll think about how can I create a solution that I can help them with C and D and E instead of, oh, I'm good at ABC, right? So I think this is very, very key. So recapping, it's identifying what is your expertise. Secondly, do market research. Hop on calls with people, right? You have nothing to sell. Remember, you have nothing to sell because you don't even know what are the problems, right? How can you come with a magic pill, right? You don't have the pill yet. You want to listen to what are the problems, the symptoms, the challenges, the problems, the pains first. And then you come up with a table of content that you think, hey, with this process, I can actually help you solve this, right?
Wonderful.
And yeah, then you roll out to the market and see what is the market response, right? If it's a great, awesome, go ahead, right? Do a beta launch, give them a lower discount. I mean, give them a discount, a lower price, and get them in. So they, you know, you're a win-win. You get them to be like guinea pigs to test your process, right? So especially when you're beginning, don't aim for profit, but aim for, you should be very grateful, even though people are paying you low price, but they are willing, they trust you in the first place to test out your process. So you should be very, very grateful for that. And you should be focusing on getting more testimonials, getting more reviews, getting more feedback on your process so that you can create the best product ever. Once you have the best product, if you want to go scaling, it's so easy for you. But most importantly, don't skip the steps, right? Don't just think about, I want to scale, right? Focus on how to create the best product first. Then you can scale, right? I remember my mentor shared with me this. You don't want to scale with mediocrity, right? So if you don't have the best product, don't think about scaling because you don't want to scale mediocrity. You want to make sure you have the top product, the best product ever. Then you start going to scale. Wow. How can you get the best product? Is you get a lot of customers testing it. You don't care about the profit, right? Care about how many people are using it, get the most feedback, change it, optimize it until it's a very, very great program. Then you think about scaling.
Wow, I love it. So much values today. All right. So, for those of you that are interested to stay connected with Stef, all right, and you want to learn more from Stef, right, I'll put the link below and you can actually join Stef's Facebook group, all right? And Stef, I think you also have a wonderful gift and a surprise for our audience. Can you share with us a little bit more?
Yes. So, if you guys, first of all, make sure you're joining a group because once you join a group, I have this welcoming gift for you. Let me just show it to you. It's called how you can monetize your group, right? Yeah. And we covered very, very in detail, like how exactly you can go through it, right? I'm gonna just, flip to the page. Again, we will show some of the amazing students' results, case studies, so you guys can take a look. But most importantly is we're actually going through a very detailed systems that will give you all the clarity, right? How you can actually monetize for your group, which is like this, right? And there's so much more detailed inside. Wow. So make sure you guys are joining the group and you'll grab this amazing gift. It gives you all the step-by-step, like how you can actually monetize from it step-by-step with very detailed guidelines.
Awesome, right, guys? So please go and grab your free gift. I think this will be life-changing for you. All right, thank you so much, Stef, for your time. I really enjoyed this interview and I hope that all of you watching this interview will also learn something from today's session. All right, thank you so much, Stef, and thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.